Now we will start the topic electric dipole. Okay. Now this is a quite simple topic. What is a dipole? Di is made up of two words, di and pole. Okay. Di means two. Pole means pole. Like if you talk about magnet, there are two poles, this plus and minus. So this means positive and negative. Okay. So as the name tells, electric dipole. So what does the dipole consist of? It basically consists of a negative charge, okay, and a positive charge, okay, minus q plus q, and they are separated by a very small distance, very small distance. Okay, this distance will be, we can say, this distance is very small. Okay, it might be of the order is not, it might be like 10 raised to the power minus 19 meter or something like that. The distance is very small. Okay, the important thing that we are talking about here is, okay, now let us see some important terms. Okay, the line, okay, the line that is joining these two charges is known as axial line. Okay, the line that is joining these two charges is known as axial line. Okay, and the line that is passing perpendicularly at through the center of this axial line, like this, is known as what? It is known as equatorial line. Okay, and the distance of the two charges plus and minus q is measured from this equatorial line. Okay, the distance is measured from the equatorial line. Okay, so this distance will be like this. This is a or you can say L. I will say A. Okay, so the distance is measured like A and A. Okay, this total distance will be how much? 2A. Total distance will be what? 2A. A plus A is 2A. Okay, so these are the basic of the electric dipole. What does it consist of? It consists of two charges, both of equal magnitude but opposite charges. This will be plus and this will be minus. Both are separated by a finite but a very small distance. Okay, this is known as a electric dipole. This symbolizes a electric dipole. Okay, now there will be a strength, like to find out the strength due to this electric dipole. Strength okay, I have used the word strength here. Okay, what does the strength mean? Strength means basically the force of attraction that is holding these two charges together. You can see this is positive, this is negative. So obviously there will be an attractive force. You all know that now by now. Okay, both are unlike charges. So strength basically tells us basically the value of the force, how strongly how strong they are holding each other. Okay, how strong this plus q and minus q are holding each other. This is the significance of the strength of the dipole. Okay, now strength of the dipole is given by the symbol P. It is given by the symbol small p. Actually, it is given by the symbol small p. Okay, and the formula for it is magnitude of any one charge minus, it will be q, it is q, okay, any one charge, into the distance. Distance is how much? 2a. Distance is how much? 2a. So this is the value of dipole moment. Either you can say it as strength of dipole, okay, or you can say it as dipole moment. You can say it as dipole moment. Strength, dipole moment is nothing but the strength of the dipole. Okay, so this is the simple formula for the dipole moment. Okay, now we will look at the one more important thing. The symbol is Coulomb meter. The symbol for this is Coulomb meter. Okay. Now you must be thinking that what is the significance of this electric dipole? Why are we studying this? Okay, I will give you a simple example. The most of the ionic bond elements that you see, like HCl, you must have studied this in chemistry. HCl, H2O. Okay, these all are their bonds. They are held together by polar bonds. Okay, they have polar bonds. Okay, because I will show you with an example. Let us talk about HCl. So H has a plus charge and Cl has a minus charge. So how these two are held together? These two are held together, yes. So these two are held together by polar bond. This one is a positive charge and this one is a negative charge, and they are very close to each other. Okay, they are very close. The distance is very small. Okay, it must be in the magnitude. I think it is given in your book. The distance is given here. Let me check. It is the value of like 10 raised to the power minus 10 meter. So you can see this value is very small. The value is very small. Okay, so these two charges are separated by very too small distance, and they are held together by which force? It is held together by the dipole moment. Okay, this is a simple example of dipole moment. Okay, another example is H2O. Here also there is a dipole moment. Okay, this is positive, this is negative. Okay, so you can show the dipole bond at like this arrow. Okay, so these are the simple examples that you use in chemistry. Okay, these are the that you see in chemistry regarding the application of dipole. Okay, now we will go further. This was the basics of electric dipole. Okay, important thing is what is the moment, dipole moment. Okay, and some examples you should know. Okay. Okay, next topic is torque experienced by an uniform electric field. Okay, torque experienced by an electric dipole that is kept in a uniform electric field. Okay, so this is a very important topic. This derivation is often asked in your exams. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, let's say this is a uniform electric field. Okay, now what I have told you, we have kept a electric dipole. Okay, now this dipole will be minus q plus q. Okay, and the strength of the electric field intensity is E. Okay, I hope this diagram is clear. And the total length is 2a. Total length is 2a. And let's assume it makes an angle of theta with the electric field. It makes an angle of theta with the electric field. Okay, I hope the diagram is clear to you all. So this is a dipole being kept here, plus q charge, minus q charge. Distance is, this is a, this is also a. Okay, it is kept at an angle of theta in this electric field of intensity E. Okay, Now let's see what happens. There is a plus q charge kept at this point. What will happen to this plus q charge? Will it go in this direction or it will go in this direction? It will go in this direction. Why will it go in this direction? Because I have told you many times before that electric field always goes from positive plate, positive charge, exit from positive charge and enters the negative charge. Okay, so if electric field is created here, okay, so obviously there will be a origin should be there. The origin is this positive plate, and what will happen? This positive plate, this will try to attract or repel this plus q charge. It will repel the plus q charge. So this plus q charge will experience a force in this direction. Okay, now let us see further. What will happen to this minus q charge? Will it go in this direction or it will go in this direction? It will go in this direction. Okay, why? Because this is minus q and this is plus. So this is unlike charges, and unlike charges are attracted to each other, so they will be attracted to each other. Okay, now we have found out that there are two forces acting. One is acting here, one is acting here. So what will these two forces do? This force is pulling here, and this force is trying to pull here. So what will happen? It will try to rotate it. Okay, so hence we are going to find the torque. Okay, before finding the torque, we need to find the force that is acting here. Okay, you know the electric field intensity is E. You know the value of charge. So what will be the force? Force will be QE. We have done this already before. Okay, and what will be the force here? Minus QE. Okay, so these two forces are of equal and opposite magnitude. So what will they form? They will form a couple. Okay, they will form a couple. So what will this couple do? This couple will try and rotate this dipole clockwise. Will rotate this dipole clockwise along the point O. It will try and rotate it. Okay, so now you all know what is torque. Torque is equal to what? Force into perpendicular distance between the forces. Okay, what do I mean by this? Like if a force is applied here, the perpendicular distance is this one. Okay, this is say A and this is force. So what is torque? Torque is force into this perpendicular distance between the force. This is perpendicular and this is also perpendicular. So force is torque is force into perpendicular distance between the forces. Okay, this is the value of torque. Okay, you have studied this formula already. Okay, so in this case, what is the perpendicular distance? The perpendicular distance will be AD. This will be the perpendicular distance. Yes or no? Yes. So this AD is the perpendicular distance between this force and this force. Okay. So how will we find this? I already told you that this is at an angle theta. Okay. If this angle is theta, what will be this angle? Theta. Corresponding angles. Both are corresponding angles. This will be also theta. This will be also theta. Okay. Now let us look at in triangle ABD. In triangle ABD. Okay. In triangle ABD, what will be perpendicular? Perpendicular is AD. we have to find that out. Okay, perpendicular upon hypotenuse AB is equal to sin theta, that is equal to sin theta. So AD AB sin theta. Okay, and hence we can say AB is how much? 2A. A plus A is 2A. So don't get confused. Okay, this is total is 2A. Okay, total distance is 2A. It will be 2A sin theta. Okay, now you know the value of AD, you know the force, that is QE, magnitude of force you know. Okay, so you can find out the torque. What will be torque? Torque will be force into perpendicular distance, that will be equal to how much? QE into 2A sin theta. I hope this formula is clear to you all. Okay, so now we will try and simplify this formula a little bit more. Okay, so I will rub this. So you all know, I already told you what is dipole moment. Dipole moment is Q into 2A. We did this a little bit time ago. We did this thing. Okay, so what will be torque? Instead of Q we get Q into 2A. Can I write P? Yes. So I will write it as torque is equal to P E sin theta. Or there is one more way you can write this. You can write this as P cross E. You have studied cross product, yes? So when you see AB sin theta, what is it? A cross B. A cross B is equal to AB sin theta. So you can write it as P cross E. Okay, Newton meter. Okay, so this is the formula for torque experienced by an electric dipole in uniform electric field. Okay, this derivation is quite important. Okay, I hope it is clear to you. So let's go ahead. We will do numericals also. Yeah, there are many numericals related to this topic. We will do at the end of the chapter. Now, next topic. Okay, next topic is electric field intensity due to a point charge that is kept along the axial axis of the electric dipole. Okay, so let us, I will show you with the diagram what I am talking about. See, let us assume This right here is the electric dipole. Okay, distance is AA. Okay, now what I told you, 4 electric field intensity due to a point charge kept along the axial axis. What is the axial axis? The axial axis is along this axis only. So I will make a dotted line. Okay. Okay, and what will be the value of charge here? Q naught. Q naught indicates it is a point charge. It is a point charge. Okay. So we have to find out the electric field intensity due to a point charge. Sorry, electric field intensity experienced by a point charge kept along the axial axis. So this point charge, it is being kept here near to these two charges. Okay, the charges are plus q and minus q. Okay, and they form a dipole. You all know already. I will assume that this charge here, it is at a distance of L. It is at a distance of L from the center of the dipole. Okay, this charge at a distance of L at the center of dipole. Okay, so I will name these points. I will name this as A, I will name this as B, and this point is C. Okay, so let's talk about the first charge. This is plus and this is also plus q naught. Okay, what will happen in between these two? What will the electric field around this charge do to this plus q naught? It will try to push this out. Yes. So in which direction will q naught experience a force? It will experience a force in outward direction. Yes, it will experience a force in outward direction. Okay, and I will give the name to this force, that will be ECB. ECB means electric field intensity acting on at point C due to the charge kept at point B. Okay, now that was about this plus q charge. Now let's look at this minus q charge. Important thing to note here is that this charge plus q is closer and this one is little bit further, minus q. Okay, and both are of same magnitude. Okay, this is a very important thing that I told you. Okay, this is important when we solve it further. So what will this minus q do? It will push it or attract it. It will attract it because this is negative charge, this is positive charge. So there will be a electric field. It will be attracted to this electric field. It will be attracted to this minus q due to the electric field due to this charge. Okay, and I will give it a name ECA. Okay, ECA means electric field on C due to point A. Okay, due to point A. Okay, so you must have noted one thing here. I have done. I hope that is visible to you, that the electric field intensity of ECB, the electric field intensity due to B, is little bit longer. Okay, and this electric field intensity is little bit smaller. Why did I do that? I did that because as you can see, this plus q charge, it is closer to this plus q naught charge. So the repulsive force due to this charge will be more because it is at a smaller distance. Okay, and the attractive force due to this minus q charge, it will be little bit less than this one. Okay, because this is kept at a distance that is more than this distance. Okay, this distance is more than this distance, right? So the electric field intensity will also reduce. Okay, you know that electric field intensity is what? KQ upon R square. Yes, so it is inversely proportional to R. You know that. Okay, it is inversely proportional to R. So as R increases, what will be the effect of that on E? E will decrease. So that's why I have shown this ECA as smaller and ECB as bigger. Okay, so what will be the net effect of these two electric fields, ECB and ECA? What will be the net effect? It will move in this direction. Why? Because this is more than this. Okay. Now we will try and find the value of this electric field we are talking about. Okay. First of all, I will write here EC. EC means electric field intensity experienced by charge kept at point C. It will be equal to ECB minus ECA. It will be ECB minus ECA. It will be subtracted because this is a vector quantity and this is acting in this direction and this is acting in this direction. So what you will do? You will subtract both of them. Okay, because both of them are acting in opposite direction. Okay, and why did I write ECB first and ECA second? Because ECB is a bigger quantity. Okay, so you always subtract the smaller quantity from the bigger quantity in mathematics. You know that. That's why I have written the ECB here and ECA here. Okay, so now we will find the value of ECB and ECA. Okay, so let's find out the values. ECB will be equal to, okay, so you know the formula of electric field intensity. It is K Q upon R square. Okay, KQ upon R square. So what is the value of Q? This plus Q. Okay, charge is Q. What is the distance R? Distance R will be this distance BC square. This will be BC square. Okay, now let us find the value of BC. What is BC? You know this distance OC as L and you know this distance OB as A. So what will be BC? What will be BC? BC will be L minus A. Okay, I will write here BC is equal to OC minus OB. It will be L minus A. I hope that is clear. So here you can write KQ upon what is the value of this? Okay, so this will be KQ upon L minus A whole square. Okay, now second thing, this is the value of ECB. Now we will find the value of ECA. ECA. We will find the value of ECA. Okay, now what will be the value of ECA? The value of ECA will be K minus Q upon R square. Now in this case, what is the value of R? The value of R is AC. AC. Okay, and what will be AC? Okay, so you can see here AC. Now AC will be L plus A. This plus this. I will write here AC equal to OC plus AO. Okay, AC will be equal to OC plus AO. In other words, it will be L plus A. Okay, I hope that is clear. So I will write here K of minus Q L plus A whole square. Okay, now we will substitute the value of ECB and ECA here. Okay, before substituting, I wanted to tell you one thing, that when I substitute the value of ECA, I will not put the sign minus Q here. Why? Because I already considered the minus sign here. You see, I already considered the direction this way. So that's why I subtracted it. Okay, so I have considered the sign in this equation only. So you will not use the minus Q again. Okay, we have already considered it here. Okay, so you will simply subtract these two Okay, let's go ahead. I will rub this. I hope you have noted it. Okay, so it will be ECB minus ECA. ECB is okay. So for some space, I will drop this. Again, I will repeat, I didn't use the minus sign here because I had already considered the minus sign here. Because this minus sign, why did it came? Because I considered the direction of this here. Okay, so I considered the value of minus charge already in this equation. So that's why I didn't use the minus q again. Okay, so we will continue this further. K upon, okay, you can take out kq. So what will remain? 1 upon L minus a whole square minus 1 upon L plus a whole square. Okay, so we will solve this further. Okay, so upon solving this, what we get is so you can all solve this, okay, and upon solving, this is what comes out to be the answer. Okay, the answer is kq into, okay, I will do this, L square plus a square plus 2la, okay, L square plus a square plus 2la minus L square okay. So this is something what I got here. Okay, now we will further simplify this. This L square and L square we can cancel here. Okay, and what else can you cancel? A square and a square is also being cancelled. Okay, and what else can you cancel? That's all I think. Okay, so this comes out to be kq into 4la upon L square minus a square into a square. Okay, I will have this right again for you. Okay, this is what I wrote earlier. Okay, so now here there is one small important thing that I want to tell you, that is that we have here L square, as you can see. Okay, now the value of L is very small. The value of this L distance, it is very small. It is like approximately, you can say this value here is, this value can be approximately it can be say 10 raised to the power minus 20, 10. 10 meters, something like this. This value is very very small. L is approximately equal to this. Okay, so what we can do is we can basically, if you square this value, if you square this value, what will you get? You will get 10 raised to the power minus 20 meter. So 10 raised to the power minus 20 meter is even smaller than 10 raised to the power minus 10 meter. This value is even smaller. So you can say that since L is very less and L square is even smaller, so you can neglect L square. You can neglect L square. Okay, it is basically for simplicity of calculation. Okay, we are doing this. So what we get is K. I will rub this. When you neglect L square, you get K cube into 4LA. Okay. Here what will remain? Basically L square will be neglected. Okay, L square will be neglected. So what will remain here? A raised to the power 4. Okay, and you can cancel this. You get cube here. Okay, so this comes out to be 4 into KQL upon AQ.